Hello, welcome to Story Time. And today our story is about our flag, which we're talking about today. And I want you to notice all of these. What do you think those are? Do they look kind of like fireworks? Remember I told you that we set off fireworks on the 4th of July to celebrate that our country is free and all the battles that we fought to stay free? These are not fireworks, they are actual bombs. And notice all these ships out here. This is the flag at the time. Does it have 50 stars? It does not. This is a time about 50 years after the Revolutionary War, and we did not have 50 states yet. I'm not sure. I think we had about 18. So we can look in it and we can count the stars. But we didn't have 50 states yet, but we were still a country, the United States of America. And what happened is the king, again, in Great Britain, the King of England said, I want those colonies back. And they are disrupting our trade. And some of them were on the ocean especially. They were disrupting what the king was trying to do. So he decided to go back and try and fight them again. So he sent his ships over, and this is about one battle that was fought at Fort McHenry. And that is when our national song was written. And this book is by Peter Spier, who drew some great pictures about that story. So there is a lot of words. Oh, here is a picture of all the flags. So this is one flag, and it has the British flag in the corner, so they kind of it evolved over time. Here's the one that was a commemorative flag. Here is the one that I told you about with the stars. And let's see, here's the Star-Spangled Banner, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, 15. There was 15 states at this time, so they'd only added 2 more states from the original 13. So there is a lot of different flags you can see over the years as they add one. And for a while, let's see, can we see on this one, notice there's a lot more stripes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So for a while they added 1 stripe and 1 star for every new state. And then they decided, well, that's starting to look a little silly to have so many stripes. So they decided to go back to 13 to say, this is where we have been. We used to be 13 states. And then the stars tell us where we are. Now we have 50. So this battle took place in a state called Maryland. It's called the Star-Spangled Banner. And these are the words to the song, and it will tell you. So there was a man who was on a boat, and he'd gotten captured by the king's men. And he was looking over the ocean, and what did he see? He saw the flag. He was looking at the fort, and he knew that as soon as the fort fell, and the king's men, if they took over the fort, the first thing they would do is take down the flag. So he was keeping an eye on that flag so he could tell how the battle was going. Sometimes it's hard to tell. So let's see what he said. He said, oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming. So he's thinking about the night before, and he saw it, right? But then he couldn't see it anymore because it got dark. Whose broad stripes and bright stars. He's talking about the flag. Through the perilous fight. Perilous means that it's dangerous. It is dangerous because people can die. Or the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. These are the ramparts. They're walls that help protect the fort. And he said, we saw the flag right above those walls of the fort. Now he's talking about what happened during the night while they were still trying to watch the flag. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air. Can they still see the flag? There it is. Can't see it except for the light of the bombs. So he said the bombs gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Why was it important for the flag to still be there to him? His name was Francis Scott Key. It was important because he wanted the Americans to win. He was an American. He wanted to see the flag was there. Now he's talking about our day and in the future, and he's asking a question. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave, or the land of the free and the home of the brave? So here is what Fort McHenry looks like now. It's not really a fort anymore. It's a place where people go to remember that battle. Is the flag waving? Yes. This is a Washington monument. Is there a flag there? Right there, yes. Here is a lighthouse. Is there a flag there? Yes. And here is maybe a courthouse in a town, maybe something like Rigby. Is the flag there? Yes, so it does still wave. Then he's talking more about the battle and how he felt. On the shore dimly seen through the mists of the deep. So sometimes there's a fog over the ocean. And he's looking through the fog. Can he see the flag? Yes. He thinks he's happy or sad when he sees the flag. I think he's happy. That's why he wrote this song. Where the foe's haughty host in clear silence reposes. Here he is. He's writing down the words to this song, which is how he feels during the battle. There's the men waiting until they can see what to bomb. What is that which the breeze or the towering steep, as it fitfully blows, half conceals, half discloses? Now, have you ever watched a flag in the wind? And sometimes it blows straight out so you can see it, and sometimes it's down. So that's what he's talking about. Sometimes you can really see it, and sometimes it's down a little bit. And this one is half concealed, so you can see a little bit of it, but you can't see all the stripes. But he can still see that it's up. Now it catches the gleam of the morning's first beam. So this is in the morning when he's watching to see if it's there, and he sees the sun shining on it. And these are the king's soldiers, and these are the prisoners. So Francis Scott Key was one of the prisoners on the ship. So he wasn't with the people that were fighting against the king. In full glory reflected now shines in the stream. So there's the flag's reflection in the stream or the river. So the boats came up the river to attack Fort McHenry. 'Tis the star-spangled banner, oh long may it wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Now these are pictures again of our day, and he's asking, is the star-spangled banner still there? And it is. It's over in elementary school. It's in Congress where the people make the laws for our country. It's on the ships that bring like tractors to the United States. And it's in little towns like ours, Rigby, Idaho, along the street on special days like the 4th of July. Oh, thus be it ever when free men shall stand. Now this is a graveyard where people are buried, the soldiers who were fighting in the wars. And do you see how the flag is not at the top of the pole, it's in the middle. That is to show respect for those people who died fighting for our freedom and for our country. Between their loved homes and the war's desolation. So still there are some wars going on and people who are fighting with the United States, and these big ships are full of sailors who go out there to protect our country before they can even get to us. So they're between our loved homes and the war's desolation. Blessed with victory and peace, may the heaven-rescued land. So in the cities and in the country. Praise the power that hath made and preserved us a nation. So he's saying that whether you live in the city or the country, you should thank God for our country that has helped us become a nation and stay a nation. Like in the Judges, this is Abraham Lincoln. This is that letter they wrote to the king that told them we want to be our own country. And this is a church. Then conquer we must, when our cause it is just. So even when there's desolation and bad things happen, like on September 11th, we can clean it up and rebuild. We can grow food for our country. We can do cool things like land on the moon, and we make so many discoveries in the scientists and the smart people. And this be our motto, in God is our trust. Now, how many churches do you see here? There are many, many different ones. And so all of these people who go to all these different buildings to worship, they all believe in God. And that's the nice thing about America, the United States of America, is that's one of the rules they made, is that nobody can tell us the way that we are going to worship God. We can decide. The Star-Spangled Banner in triumph shall wave, o'er the home of the free, or the land of the free, and the home of the brave. So there is Lady Liberty. She stands outside our harbor in New York. This is a statue talking about some men that were fighting the war, and it was so terrible, and they did the same thing that Francis Scott Key was looking at, and they pushed that flag up so that everyone could see and keep fighting. This is where our laws are made, and this is a parade, which we sometimes do on the 4th of July. All right, that is the end of the book. This shows a picture of the flag that was actually flying when Francis Scott Key wrote this song. And look at it, it's got a lot of holes in it. It's very old. So this is the story about how our national anthem was written, and our national anthem is about our flag and what it means to us.